First of all, thank you all for coming out. What a turnout, what a beautiful day. The hurricane weakened and it turned right, just like the opposition. It's heading out to sea. Met Jack several years ago. We had an event here, and literally the hardest working guy. He does so many stops. He's relentless. He's going to turn Jersey around. We need him. Here's the guy that's going to keep us living and being Jersey people. Jersey girls, I got a fresh one right here. She doesn't want to move out. This guy, put your hands together. He's the best, and he's going to be our next governor. Hardest working man, Jack Ciattarelli.
Thank you, guys. Very unusual event today. The first 41 people I was introduced to, 42 of them had the last name of Gannon. I don't know how many of you are there? Okay, if they all vote, we can't lose. Okay? The 43rd is my Lieutenant Governor, Jim Gannon. No relation, Jim Gannon, the Sheriff of Morris County. Many thanks to the Comyatis, the Arperts, and of course our hosts, Kim and Bill, and their magnificent daughter, Ava. Isn't she beautiful? Now, if that giant sign on the front of the house wasn't sign enough of how serious Bill is about this election, what you need to know is that their daughter, Ava, is a registered Republican. Yeah. They'll be voting for me through the mail. Off the record, just for fun, just for fun. Mikey Cheryl's tracker is here today. She's been following me all day. This young lady, she's just here to do her job. She records everything we say, which is great, because we want the world to hear what it is that we gotta say. She's tracked me on at least a half a dozen different events this time and heard my stump speech a number of times. And you know what Mikey Cheryl doesn't know? This employee of hers is voting for me. Nothing like the Jersey Shore, guys. Thanks so much for joining. We're going to win this race with positive energy, a message that's more about uniting us than dividing us, and a message that's more about people than power and politics. But we are going to win this race, I'm telling you right now. And when I say we, I'm not just talking about me. Now, back in 2021, with a little bit of wind in our face, I flipped 8 seats in the state legislature, 134 seats at the Bismarck County level, and over 200 Board of Education seats. Bill, I think I was the only guy that lost that night. But we got some serious wind at our back this time around, and I'm shooting for at least 13 seats in the state legislature this time. What's the significance of 13 seats? We get something we haven't had in 30 years, a Republican majority in our state legislature. And we've got 80 great Republicans that are running for the state legislature today. Today we're in the 11th district. This district is personal to me. Back in 21, the 2 seats here in the 11th district were 2 of the ones that I flipped. And then in 23, they took them back. I'm telling you here now, we're taking them back. And one of our great candidates here, Jessica Ford. Jessica, great candidate. Thank you, Jessica. Over the next 72 days, we're going to tell the people of New Jersey who my opponent really is, because she doesn't want you to know. And you know what I like very much? Maybe we should all just turn around for 1 second and wave to all those people on the boardwalk with those signs. Let's all wave to them. You know what they say in this business? You got to get the policy, you got to get the politics, I got to get the joke. I hope they get the joke. But we are going to tell New Jersey who my opponent really is. This is somebody who supported Joe Biden's open border policy, supported all of his economic policies that made everything we buy more expensive. This is someone who voted no on the Lincoln Riley Act. Now let me see if I get this. You came here illegally, broke the law, and while you're here, you broke the law. Crime number 2. We're not going to detain you and deport you. She voted no. This mother of 2 daughters voted yes twice to allow biological males to play in female sports. This is somebody who had to pay federal fines for having violated stock trade and stock reporting. Someone the New York Times reports sits on the Armed Services Committee and yet was trading defense stocks. I think that reflects on her character. This is somebody who supports sanctuary cities and us being a sanctuary state. This is somebody who endorsed the Socialist Democrat running for mayor of New York City, and he endorsed her. This is somebody who voted no on the president's federal budget. You know, the one that allows us to deduct our property taxes, the one that doubles the child care tax credit, the one that doesn't tax tips, overtime, and Social Security. the one that allows for a big tax credit if you send your kids to private school. Isn't that important to New Jerseyans? She voted no on this bill. But make no mistake, here's what they're doing. John Corzine came here from Illinois. We saw how that worked out. Phil Murphy came here from Massachusetts. We saw how that worked out. She's not from New Jersey either. So I've got a really neat idea. How about we elect a Jersey guy? What do you think, Kim? Ciattarellis have been here for 100 years. My grandfather and my grandmother worked so hard. My grandfather worked his way out of the ditch, became an independent contractor. My parents were very successful restaurant, bar owners, and in my opinion, did a magnificent job of raising me and my 3 siblings. They constantly reminded us of our responsibilities in that house. Right, Tom? Our responsibilities. They also reminded us, me and my 3 siblings, that in that house, we had no rights. We all got one right at the age of 18, the right to leave. My mother was 5 foot tall on a good day. My sister was a saint, but my 2 brothers and I could raise some serious hell around the house. And my mother never once said, "Wait till your father gets home." There was a drawer in the kitchen, and in it was the wooden spoon. I remember one time she broke it on my brother. I was laughing so hard, she went down, got another one, took it out on me. I turned out okay. That was a time when my parents didn't have to worry about their kids walking to the bus stop. Didn't have to worry about their kids, what they were learning at school that day. We can get back there, and we'll get to that in a second. I, like in my parents' footsteps and my grandparents' footsteps, as a 2-time business owner. And so I know what we got to do in New Jersey to make it a better place to live, work, retire, start a family, and run a business. And that's what the platform is going to be all about when we win. Not if we win, when we win this race, and we are going to win this race. And when we win this race, here's what Lieutenant Governor Gannon and I are going to do. Executive order number 1 on day 1. No town in this state will be a sanctuary city, and we will not be a sanctuary state. Okay? Executive order number 2, we're going to bring back to work all of our state workers. They're working from home post-pandemic. If any of you tried getting somebody on the phone, try to get issues resolved, you can't. Also on day 1, I appoint an attorney general that supports both police and parents here in the state of New Jersey. And when we talk about support police, what we're talking about is getting rid of cashless bail, which has created professional criminals. People have learned how to game the system. Talk to your local cops. Arrest, release, repeat is real. Those cops will take the handcuffs off, let them do their job, and mark my words, there'll be no flash mobs on our Jersey shore when I'm your governor. That Attorney General will also support parents. We're getting rid of policy 5756. If you don't know what that is, here's what it is. This notion of school districts keeping secrets from parents is immoral, it's indecent, it's wrong, it's dangerous. No longer will school districts be keeping secrets from parents when I'm your governor. We'll get an entirely new State Board of Education that'll get our public school curriculum back on track, provide vocational training, because not all kids want or need to go to college. We'll do that with an age-appropriate curriculum that supports parents. You'll also get on day 1 of my administration a new energy master plan. I'm never telling you what car you got to buy. I'm not telling you how to heat your home. I'm not telling you what appliances you have to buy. We're pulling out a Reggie, and you mark my words, there'll be no wind farms off our Jersey shore. And if you feel that strongly about it, we'll get you your plastic bags back at the supermarket, too. Now, you know who's here today? Come on over here, Tony. We've got a state senator from Morris County who's the minority leader in the state Senate, Tony Bucco. Don't let his height fool you. He's a giant. The guy's a giant. And I appreciate all he does. You know, Tony, I could talk about lowering taxes. I get a nice round of applause. I talk about giving back the plastic bags. The place goes nuts every single time. We know what their priorities are. Also here with us today is the Commissioner Director of Monmouth County, who I just love because he's out there every day improving your quality of life, and that's Tom Orno. Tom, come on over. I'm going to give you the 30-second special.
Listen, everybody loves Monmouth County. We do things right here in Monmouth County. Now we got to be proud of New Jersey. There's only one way we're going to be proud of New Jersey. Let's go, Jack.
I love it. So also on day 1 of my administration, we're going before the state Supreme Court on 2 things that really affect the communities we live in. We're going to stop all this overdevelopment that's taking Garden right out of the Garden State. And we're also going to get a new school funding formula so we get a more equitable distribution of state aid to schools and lower our property taxes. And know this, your next governor, Jack Ciattarelli, gets 2 new Supreme Court state justices, and one of which is the Chief Justice. And they're not just going to be Republicans. They're going to be people who would agree with me on these issues. So we'll get it done with the state Supreme Court, too. Guys, I couldn't be more excited. And we're going to continue to get up and down the state, all 564 towns, north, central, south, and Jersey Shore. There is a Central Jersey. I live in it. I don't want to hear shit about it. There's a Central Jersey. And all 600 diners. I've been to 2 today. And we get up and down the state of New Jersey. So I'm excited. I hope that you are too. There's a couple things I want you to know about me selfishly. Ciattarellis have all been very, very successful here in New Jersey. 3 generations of us because of our hard work and the opportunity that New Jersey provided. And so when people ask me why you run for governor, I want today's New Jerseyans and future generations to feel confident they can achieve their American dream right here in New Jersey. Education of their dream, job of their dreams, raising a family, starting a business, retiring here. Those are all the things that people feel insecure, if not fearful of today. We can fix that with the right leadership. When something I love is broken, I want to fix it. I want to believe you love it too. That's why you're here today. Leadership matters. Together, we can fix this damn thing when we win. But because of our good fortune, I want to share something with you with the utmost humility and respect. I don't need this job. Make no mistake about my opponent. This isn't about you. It's not about New Jersey. This is about Senator Sherrill, Vice President Sherrill, and President Sherrill. Okay, that's what it's about over there. What we're about is fixing the state that we all love. But just know this, I'll be on that job every single day. The other thing you need to know about me that differentiates me from my opponent, I'm not owned by any special interests. The current governor and my opponent are owned by the special interests. Once they're owned, it's over. They're compromised and they can't get the job done. The last thing I want you to know about me is, unlike governors on both sides of the aisle over the last 40 years, every single one of them has used this position to try to get to Washington. So let me be clear. I don't want to run for Congress. I've been asked. The answer is always going to continue to be no. I don't want to be U.S. Senator. I've been asked. The answer is no and always will be. Okay? Bill has not asked me to run for president, but the answer is no. And I don't want to write a book. I just want to fix the state that we all love. When this is all over, no offense to this magnificent community, but when this is all over, I'm going to the beach in Surf City. That's where my place is. Okay? That is one hell of a sign, Bill. Yeah. So the great thing about Tom Arnone is he gave him a free pass. He didn't have to go through the local land use boards to hang up that sign. So there's the great benefit of knowing people in power. I'm going to ask you all to do something over the next 72 days of this campaign. Every single one of you has a sphere of influence. Don't ever underestimate the power of the personal testimonial. Go out there and talk to people about what's at stake here. I really do believe the future of our state hangs in the balance. You all make the difference here. People always say to me, Jack, where do you get your energy? You guys energize me. I want to come through for you. But you got to do a favor for me. No matter where you go, tell people what's at stake. The Democrats have controlled this state for 25 years. They've had the executive branch for 8 years. And yet look at everything that's broken. The highest property taxes in the nation. The worst place in the country to do business. The worst place in the country to retire. Has anyone looked at their monthly electric bills just yet? You see what's going on? Our educational system has slipped from 2 to 12 on the National Report Card, overdevelopment in our suburbs, handcuffs on our local police, a party that concerns themselves more with pronouns than they do property taxes. Let's get our priorities right. You'll have them right when I'm your governor. Let's win this damn race. As we like to say, it's time. It's time. So let's get it done. Bill and Kim, thank you. Commies, thank you. Arpits, thank you. This magnificent band, thank you. Love the energy, gang. Let's win it. Let's get it done. Let's get it done.